Alright you lot, put down the damn Fortnite and gather around for your history lesson. Today's topic, the continuing descent of Call of Duty into utter... well, you'll see. Now, here we have a prime example of why I need a bloody holiday. Apparently, Modern Warfare 3, that wonderful reminder of a bygone era where games weren't built around selling your anime waifu skins, just got a brand new... bit party mode? Aye, that's right, you heard me correctly. Not fixing the rampant cheating, not addressing the servers that make a potato look stable, not even bothering to throw us a decent weapon balance patch. No, apparently what we all desperately craved was a game mode that turns us into... cartoony block people. Now look, I'm a simple man. I enjoy a good laugh as much as the next bloke. But this is just depressing. It's like watching your favourite pub turn into a soft play centre. Who, in the name of all that holy, asked for this? Perhaps it's the jaded old getting me, but I seem to recall a time when Call of Duty was about, well, duty. About tactics, teamwork, and the glorious satisfaction of putting a bullet between someone's virtual eyeballs. Now, it's all about microtransactions and catering to the lowest common denominator with attention spans shorter than a goldfish hopped up on Red Bull. Well, hey, that's just what us grumpy old gamers think, eh? Maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe this is the future we all signed up for. A future of bit party. And you know what? Sod it. If this is what the kids want, then more power to them. I'll stick to my shelf of shame over here, surrounded by games that at least tried to take themselves seriously. Now that's how you do bloody war. Not even get me started on CharlieIntel over here, playing both sides like a politician with a moral compass made of blancmange. One minute they're reporting on this daft new game mode, the next they're asking people to list the very problems this mode is actively ignoring. Is it some kind of elaborate social experiment, eh? And they're trying to see how much abuse the Call of Duty player base can take before they finally snap. Let me tell you something folks, I'm about ready to lose the last shred of sanity I have left. We're talking about anti-cheat beyond inaccurate, awful servers, lobby disbanding and gun balancing that would make a toddler weep. And what's the response? Why don't you just tell us what's wrong then? As if the internet isn't already overflowing with complaints longer than a bloody CVS receipt. Look CharlieIntel, if you're genuinely that clueless, then maybe you're not the gaming news outlet you think you are. Perhaps it's time you swapped your fancy Twitter feed for a good long chat with someone who actually plays the damn game. Someone who remembers what Call of Duty used to be. Someone... So here we are, the inevitable result of years of prioritising profits over players. A game that's become a bloated mess, overflowing with microtransactions and soulless gimmicks like this bit party nonsense. It's a microcosm of everything that's wrong with the gaming industry these days. Publishers are so busy counting the piles of monetized misery they've forgotten what made games great in the first place. The joy of competition, the camaraderie of teamwork, the sheer unadulterated fun of outsmarting your opponent. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for a good laugh. But there's a time and a place for everything. Turning Call of Duty into a cartoon playground is an insult to everyone who poured their heart and soul into the franchise. It's a betrayal, a cynical cash grab designed to exploit the nostalgia of older gamers while simultaneously dumbing things down for the next generation. Is that really the future we want? A future of mindless pew-pew and childish cosmetics? But perhaps I'm being too harsh. Perhaps there's still hope. Perhaps there are developers out there who still believe in making proper games. Games that challenge you, that reward skill, that don't make you feel like you're wading through treacle. I recommend you all do yourselves a favour. Dig out your old Call of Duty games. The ones where the maps were memorable, the guns felt powerful, and the only thing you had to worry about was getting your ass handed to you by a better player. Because that, my friends, is what Call of Duty is about. Skill, not silliness. Now before some of you younger viewers start getting all hot under the collar, let me address the elephant in the room. Back in my day, games were harder. Aye, that's right. We didn't have fancy regenerating health or participation trophies. We had to work for our victories, learn from our mistakes and appreciate the simpler things in life. But here's the thing, difficulty for difficulty's sake is a bore. What made the good old Call of Duty games great wasn't just the challenge, it was the sense of accomplishment that came with overcoming it. Mastering a map, perfecting a grenade throw, outsmarting your opponent with a cunning flank. Those were the moments that made the game truly rewarding. These days, it seems everyone expects instant gratification. They want all the fancy guns, all the kill streaks, all the participation medals without putting in the effort. And the developers, bless their cotton socks, are only too happy to oblige. They churn out these live service games with bloated battle passes and ever-changing metas, all designed to keep you playing for as long as possible, regardless of whether you're actually enjoying yourself. It's a hamster wheel, folks. You keep running, but you never actually get anywhere. And all the while, the quality of the game itself suffers. Look, I'm not saying everyone needs to go out and become an esports pro, but a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of sweat on the brow goes a long way. It makes the victories all the sweeter and the defeats valuable learning experience. So here's to the gamers of old, the ones who appreciate a good challenge and the satisfaction of hard-earned victory. May your reflexes be sharp and your aim be true. Now, I'm no graphics snob, but whoever designed this visual atrocity clearly spent more time browsing Roblox than studying the art of war. Lego soldiers? Rainbow explosions? It's like someone took Call of Duty and dipped it in a vat of Nickelodeon slime. But hey, maybe I'm just being superficial. Maybe there's some deeper meaning to this, some grand artistic statement about the futility of war. Yeah, right. More likely, this is just a cynical ploy to cash in on the Fortnite crowd. Oh, what a brilliant idea. Let's alienate the core fan base, the ones who remember when Call of Duty had a pulse and attract a bunch of casuals with shiny new cosmetics to buy. Because that's what gamers crave these days, right? Not a thrilling competitive experience, but the chance to run around as a blocky cartoon soldier with a giant gun. It's an insult. It's a slap in the face to everyone who ever enjoyed the tactical depth, the competitive intensity, the sheer adrenaline-pumping thrill of a well-played Call of Duty match. This isn't Call of Duty, folks. This is the bastardization of a once-great franchise. But perhaps there's still a silver lining to this dark cloud? Perhaps this whole bit party fiasco is a wake-up call, a sign that the developers have gone too far, that they've strayed away from what made Call of Duty special. Maybe, just maybe, this will be the kick in the backside they need to get back on track, to remember what their core audience actually wants. A game that challenges them, that rewards skill, that doesn't make them feel like they're babysitting toddlers with guns. Alright folks, we've reached the call to arms. Here's the thing. We, the gamers, have the power. We can choose what games we play, what companies we support. So if you're as fed up as I am with this bit party nonsense, with the decline of Call of Duty, with the state of the gaming industry in general, then make your voice heard. Don't just rage tweet and forget about it. Don't just keep blindly throwing money at microtransactions. Do your research. Find developers who still care about making good games and support them with your wallets and your time. Maybe then, just maybe, the message will get through. Maybe the industry will remember what gaming is all about. The joy of competition, the thrill of the challenge, the sense of community. Because let me tell you something, folks. There's a whole world of fantastic games out there waiting to be discovered. Games that will test your skill, that will make you think, that will remind you why you fell in love with gaming in the first place. So ditch the blocky soldiers and the rainbow explosions. Seek out the games that deserve your time and attention. And remember, gamers united can never be defeated. Here's to good games, fair competition, and a future where developers respect their players. Smash that like button and leave a comment below. Tell me your deepest, darkest shooter woes. I might just feature them on the channel. I'll see you next time, you magnificent